Good evening to one and all. Welcome you all to the Ganesh IAS Daily Current Affairs session for the date 29th July 2023 for the news which came in Indian Express newspaper. So let's get straight into the today's current affairs session. National Park officials that forest officials have fall back on the traditional method of finding two cheetahs which has been reintroduced as the part of Project Cheetah. Why they are tracking the cheetah by using the conventional method is because they wanted to take the cheetah back from the wild and remove the radio collar which has been inserted in the neck of the cheetah to track as well as monitor the health as well as the safety of the cheetah, which was the radio collar was fitted into the cheetah's neck to track the movement as well as the fitness health of the cheetah. And why they are going to take back the collar which has been fitted into the neck of cheetah is for the past one month there has been some increasing death in the cheetah which has been introduced from the which has been introduced into the wild from the African nations because of the radio collar and its related impact on the neck. So what impact does the radio collar created on the neck of the cheetah and what it has resulted in, why and what are the reasons because of which the particular wound because caused by the radio collar led to the death of the cheetah. We will look into the detail in the upcoming slides. First of all, we have to know about what does the radio collar is about. They are used to track as well as monitor the animals in the wild. It is a collar with small radio transmitter. Collars provide data on animal behavior as well as migration and also the population dynamics. Collars are designed to be lightweighted and comfortable for animals so that it will be acting as a part of the body itself. So they won't mind that the animals will not feel that something alien has been fitted into our body. So it is very lightweight and it will be very comfortable for the animals to wear the collars, that is radio collars. And what infection does the radio collar has created in the neck of the cheetah is since the neck 1 minute. Some technical glitch is there. Please wait for a few seconds. Okay. Radio collars used to cause the skin abrasion. The abrasion will lead to maggots infection on the particular place where the abrasion has taken place. In the case of cheetah, the radio collar has created the abrasion in the neck. So the maggots have infested the infection in the cheetah. And also the weather, since it is a monsoon condition, the climate is very wet as well as humid, as a result of which it is very favorable condition for the infection to grow. If the condition is very dry as well as hot, then there may be a balancing factor that the infection may not be grown to the extent that it would have killed the cheetah. But the condition has been favorable for the growth of infection. It has grown to an extent that it has killed some particular cheetahs. Even though the government has not accepted the fact that the radio collar is the reason for the death of the cheetah, the task force being appointed by the official government to identify the causes of the death of the cheetah has said that the radio collars may be also the one of the factor for the cause of the death. And this infection, that is the first the skin abrasion caused by the radio collar, and then correspondingly the abrasion will be worsened because of the maggot infection, and this infection could lead to dermatitis, meiosis, and followed by septicemia. And what is this dermatitis is? The abrasion will convert it into first severe infection called dermatitis is a common skin irritation. Then it will be converted into meiosis. It is a parasitic infection being caused by maggots on the tissue, and the final stage is septicemia, where the blood gets poisoned, and the poisoned blood will make the particular organism which has been affected by the septicemia disease will lead to death. So since the news revolves around Project Cheetah, we have to know about the important factual elements of the Project Cheetah. The world's first intercontinental wild carnivores translocation project. And Asiatic cheetahs were once abundant in India, but their numbers were drastically reduced because of the change in the land use pattern as well as widespread hunting. The last cheetah in the country was died in 1952. And India follows a coexistence approach while relocating the cheetah from Africa to India. What is the coexistence approaches? There won't be any kind of fence or borders in the wild where the cheetahs will be translocated. As a result of which, they could be able to migrate freely, and they could be able to hunt for the prey without any hindrance of the fence. As a result of which, the cheetah could grow healthily in the wild. And the cheetahs have a particular role in the ecosystem. If cheetah is performing that role in the ecosystem, means then it will have the chain of effects on the others organism role, as a result of which the overall ecosystem will be very healthy. Then the forest in which the cheetah has been reintroduced will be very healthy. This is the positive. This is what the coexistence approach is and its positive impact is. About cheetah itself. Cheetah is the fastest land animal which has the fastest running speed record of 93 to 98 km per hour. It is considered to be a big cat family, and it belongs to cats Felidae family. And they have long limbs as well as long tails. These are all the physical features of cheetah. So this is the news related to the radio collar and the radio collar related infection being caused in the cheetah, and the details of the Project Cheetah, and some important physical feature of the cheetah itself. Apart from the above details what we have seen in the previous slide and also in the present slide, we should also know about other things. We should also know about the environment of cheetah or the geography of the cheetah. What kind of the soil is very suitable for the cheetah's growth, and what kind of the vegetation and what kind of predators and what kind of prey is necessary in the particular area for the healthy growth of cheetah, and what kind of climate is very suitable for the cheetah. These are all the things which we should know, so that we could be able to have some clear idea about the whole concept of Project Cheetah itself. And also we should know about the keystone species. What is the meaning of keystone species, and what role those kind of keystone species will have on the ecosystem. Third is we should know about what is ecosystem and what are all the different types of ecosystem present in an environment. Fourth is we should know about the South African model to preserve and promote the cheetahs population. What model does the South Africa follows to preserve as well as promote the cheetahs population? We should know about them. So it might be they might be asking this in the prelims question. To tap global capital, India firms can list directly in the IFSC exchange. Finance Minister. Finance Minister has said that the government will enable both the listed as well as unlisted domestic companies to directly list their equity shares in the international financial service centers. So, as a result of which, India, the firms, particularly the domestic firms, could able to have the access to the global capital because of listing their equity shares in the global exchange through IFSC. And then that is International Financial Service Center. Then the existing legal framework, currently what kind of framework has been followed is the domestic firms could able to access the global capital only through American depository receipts or global depository receipts. So this is what the news is about. Since the news revolves around International Financial Service Center, we should know about what it is about. The GIFT IFSC. GIFT is Gujarat International Financial Tech City, and it is the place where IFSC has been present, International Financial Service Center. It enables bringing back the financial services and transactions that are currently carried out in offshore financial centers by Indian corporate entities as well as overseas branches of financial institution in India. This is what the reason why International Financial Center has been introduced in the GIFT city of Gujarat. IFSCs are intended to provide Indian corporate with easier access to global financial markets. The first IFSC was set up in GIFT city, which is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So this is the reason why, to promote the financial services as well as a transaction that are currently being carried out in the offshore financial centers by the domestic corporate companies as well as the domestic financial institution which is present in the abroad. So this is what the International Financial Center is about. And then we should know about what does the International Financial Center Authority is about. International financial, as we all know that the financial market encompasses different types of regulators like RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, PFRDAI. So to encompass or to harmonize the regulatory overlapping among the financial transactions or the coordination between the different regulatory agency, this International Financial Service Authority has been introduced in the IFSC. See, IFSCA, short form of International Financial Center Authority, is the statutory body being created under International Financial Service Center Authority Act 2009 to ensure inter-regulatory coordination, because the IFSC was promoted or created to take over the financial as well as any other international transaction being carried out by offshore financial centers on behalf of the domestic corporate companies and financial institution in India. So That is the reason why International Financial Center was created. So to do this job, we need the different regulatory permissions. Each and every financial related services will involve different kinds of regulatory services, regulatory permissions, which I have said, like RBI, SEBI, PFRDI, and IRDAI. So to harmonize them and to create a coordination between them, so that the International Financial Center's objective is smoothly achieved, the IFSCA has been created. It is headquartered in, again, gift city, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Prior to the establishment of the IFSCA, the domestic financial regulators, namely RBI, SEBI, PFRDA, and IRDAI, regulated the IFSC. See, 4 regulatory bodies are regulating the one financial service center. So there may be redundancy in work, delay in completion of the regulating work, and also there will be more number of red tapeism will be created, and the process will itself be time consuming. So to harmonize them and to create a regulatory coordination between them, the authority has been created. The authority is the unified authority for the development as well as the regulation of financial products, financial services, and financial institutions in the international financial service centers in India. It will also regulate any other financial products, financial services, financial institutions in an IFSC, which may be notified by central government. Any other thing which will be newly notified by central government means, then that thing also will be comes under regulation of IFSC. It may also recommend to the central government any other financial products or services or institutions which may be permitted in an IFSC. So it acts as implementing of central government decision, and also it acts as advisory to the central government for the introduction of any kind of financial services, products, or institution in the IFSC. Then the International Financial Service Center Authority will consist of 9 members appointed by central government. The chairman of authority, a member from RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, PFRDA. Third is 2 members from Ministry of Finance. Fourth is 2 other members appointed on the recommendation of select committees. Totally, they will be having a tenure of 3 years, and they are also subjected to reappointment. So these are all the important factual details of International Financial Service Center Authority. Since the news mentions about American Depository Receipt, we should know about what does it means about. They are stocks of foreign companies which are traded in US stock markets. The foreign companies are other than the companies which are present in, which has the home land as US. Working, how they will be working is, see, a foreign company, they will first enter into an agreement with US Depository Bank. And then the US Depository Bank will enter into an agreement with the foreign companies, their own domestic custodian bank. After that, on the guidance of the domestic custodian bank, the US Depository Bank will issue depository receipts to the investors, US domestic investors, and they will collect the money from the investors, and this money will be given back to the domestic custodian bank of the foreign company, and the domestic custodian bank will be giving it to the foreign company. A foreign company can use the money from the bank. So this is what the operation of American depository receipt is about. So till now, before the initiative has been taken by the government of India, the domestic companies of India could able to access the global financial market only through this kind of mechanism. Since the domestic company stock equity has been listed in the US stock exchange, it is called as American depository receipts. If it is listed in any other stock exchange other than US means, then it is called as international depository receipts. The operation will be same as like the US depository receipts. How the operation, as I explained it will be similar to the international depository receipts also. So this is what the details of the news is about. What we needed to study further is we should know about CD/MDF scheme, which we have discussed detailedly in the yesterday's current affairs class. Please go and have a look at the yesterday's current affairs class so that you could know about the CD/MDF scheme. And also we should also know about what is bond and what is debenture and what is the difference between both of them. Third is we should know about foreign direct investment as well as foreign portfolio investment. What constitutes foreign direct investments and what constitutes foreign portfolio investments? These are all the things which we needed to know. Fourth is forex reserves and what constitutes our Indian forex reserves. These are all the things which we needed to know apart from the news and also the details of the news which we have seen in the previous slide. Rise and fall. During and after pandemic, the FCI has the surplus grain in its godown so that it could able to help people, those who are affected by the pandemic, with the additional grain. But during the May 2002 until now, the government has banned the export of wheat, non-parboiled rice as well as non-basmati rice. And now FCI has halted the sales of distilleries, sale of their grains to distilleries which makes ethanol, to achieve the objective of ethanol blended program of government of India. And recently concluded open market operation also seen a very lean response from the traders, and also the open market operation has restricted the states from participating. Why during the pandemic as well as the initial days after the pandemic, the government could able to give double the amount of grains to the people, but now they are not giving, they could not able to give the grains, as well as they are stopping the export of the grains is during the pandemic as well as the post pandemic. In addition to providing the double the amount of grains to the people, government also exported its surplus grains to the other vulnerable countries, those who are affected by the pandemic, and as well as the related economy. Pandemics, as a result of which their economy has been impacted, such kind of country has been supported by the India through the Food Corporation of India surplus wheat, cereals. But now they are banning the export to those countries so that the domestic surplus could buffer could be used at any time in the exigencies. Why they are restricting the even though FCI is having the stock limit which is more than double the allowed limit, but they are doing எதுக்கு இப்படி பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, As we all know, uh, yeah, the US climate department has predicted that this year is going to be El Nino phenomenon, El Nino year, as a result of which the the rainfall and its rain, they're expecting some drought like situation in the later monsoon period, as a result of which the production of the this year's grains could be reduced. And if the production of this year's grains is reduced, means there will be increase in the price of the grains because of the reduced supply. So during that time, this buffers could be useful to bring down the price. This is the reason why government is restricting itself to give the double amount of rice to the Indian people, and also it's banning its exports to the other country. And the other reason is the political reason, because of the election next year. Because if now they are giving double the amount of rice which they have given during the pandemic as well as post pandemic time, means after the El Nino's effect and its related impact in the agriculture, there will be dearth of supply of grains. During that time, FCI will not be having the enough grain supply. Other FCI will not be having the enough grain supply to be given to support the inflation that will be happening during that time. So since the news revolves around FCIs and its lean operation of recently concluded open market sales scheme, we should know about what does the open market operation of the FCI is. The procurement of food grains like wheat and paddy for the central pool happens in Rabi as well as Kharif marketing season by the FCI and state corporations according to the procurement estimates finalized by Government of India before the seasons. And this purchase happens as per the minimum support price. From the central pool, government has to set aside wheat and rice for 80 crores of beneficiaries of free food grains under the National Food Security Act, and also for maintaining a buffer stock in case of any exigencies like El Nino, and have a marketable surplus. Under the open market sales scheme, the FCI from time to time will sell surplus food grains from central pool, especially wheat and rice, in the open market to the traders, bulk consumers, at predetermined price. How the sales will be happening is, the sales will be happening through e-auction. A competitive bidding will be taking place, and those who are offering the highest bid will be given the product. And the states could also able to participate in the auction, but they are not allowed to participate in the competitive e-bidding auction. They could also procure food grains through open market sales scheme at the predetermined price, but they could not able to, they should not take part in the e-auctions. So this is the minute difference we should know about, which could be asked in the prelims. Objective of the open market sales scheme is to stabilize the domestic supply as well as the price rise during the lean supply season. As I said, government is predicting that the later half of the monsoon will be affected by El Nino phenomenon, and because of the effect of El Nino phenomenon, there will be a drought-like situation will be created, and there will be lack of supply of cereals will be in the market. As a result of which, as a result of dearth of supply of the cereals in the market, there will be inflation of the cereals will be created. During that time, the buffer stocks will be used to clear as well as bring down the price of the cereals, and also it will stabilize the supply of cereals. FCI, in the news content of the news, I have said that FCI has restricted its cereals transfer to the distilleries, those who are making ethanol. Why FCI is giving a certain quantity of cereals to distillery is to achieve the objective of ethanol blended program. So what is the ethanol blended program? Let us see now. Launched during 2003, it is sought to promote the use of alternative as well as environmental friendly fuels and reduce import dependency for energy, as India is heavily dependent on crude oil from other countries. No, so if India could able to make the ethanol blended petrol, then this quantity of the crude oil which is imported from the other country could be reduced, as a result of which the exchange reserve could be saved, and it also will enable the farmers to increase their income. This is the objective why the ethanol blended program has been created, and the government has target of 10% blending the ethanol with the petroleum product by 2022 and 20% of blending by 2030. It is carried out under the Ministry of Petroleum as well as Natural Gas. So this is what the objective as well as the goal of the ethanol blended program, and for the preparation of the ethanol only FCI is transferring its surplus grains to the distilleries. And we should know about what is ethanol itself. Ethanol is an anhydrous. Anhydrous means a liquid which does not contain any water. Anhydrous ethyl alcohol. It can be produced from sugarcane, maize, wheat, or rice which is having high starch content. It can be mixed with gasoline at different blends. As ethanol contains oxygen, it allows the engine to completely combust the fuel, as a result of which, because of the complete combustion of the fuel, there will be lower emission from the engine. Then the pollution could be controlled, the carbon footprint could be reduced, and ethanol is being produced from plants. It is called as renewable fuel. So this is what the detail of ethanol is about. What we should study further is, we should know about Food Corporation of India. It's why it is formed, what are the objective goals, and what it is currently under, what are all the reforms being going in FCI. These are all the things which we should know, and under what ministry it is coming. We should பார்க்கணும். About MSP as well as procurement price. Third is, we should know about the PDF system of India and the history of PDF system as well as the current trend in the PDF system in India. We should know about it. Fourth is, we should know about the kharif as well as the rabi crop. Ladakh glaciers melting may form 3 lakes, say study. Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology has found that 3 glacier lakes are likely to form because of melting of Parkachik Glacier in Ladakh. The two main reasons what they have mentioned is, what the Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology has mentioned is because of global warming as well as the lower altitude of the glacier. The lower altitude itself mean the temperature will be very high. If the glacier is present in the higher altitude, means the temperature will be very low. Third is the rapid glacier melt and retreat of glaciers are concerned to Ladakh region. Why it is the glacier is the important water source for the region. The 3 lakes which are going to be formed will be a threat in the future because of the high water level with which the lake is going to be formed. It could be converted into glacial outburst, which is very catastrophic to the surrounding place. So what is the Parkachik Glacier is about? It is one of the largest glacier in Suru River Valley, covering an area of covering an area of 53 square kilometer and 14 kilometer length. The Suru River Valley is part of southern Zanskar range in western Himalayas. So what is Zanskar range and Zanskar river is about? The Zanskar range is the youngest east-west mountain chain of Himalaya. And they have many sub-ranges and it extends from Arunachal Pradesh through Bhutan to West Bengal and further westwards through Nepal and Uttarakhand. It will be continuing till Himachal Pradesh. And Zanskar river is north flowing tributary of Indus. It is one of the largest tributary of the upper Indus catchment, and two prominent tributaries of the Zanskar river are Doda Straplingti Chu. These are all the two tributaries of Zanskar river. And since the news talks about the glacier being the one of the important water source for the Ladakh region, and so that we should know the water resource of the global earth itself. Nearly 97% of the earth's water is found in the ocean, which is very salty and it could not be consumed by human. And only 3% of the earth water is fresh. And among the 3%, only 2.5% of the fresh water is unavailable because it is locked up in glaciers, polar ice caps as well as atmosphere and soil. Only the 0.5 is available, the available fresh water which could be easily accessed for direct consuming. And what are all the proportions in which the fresh water is being present in India is ice caps as well as glacier holds the highest amount of fresh water. Second is groundwater. Third is freshwater lakes. Fourth is inland seas as well as salt lakes. Fifth is atmosphere, and last only the river in terms of percentage that is present, percentage that it holds as freshwater reserve. About the glacier lake outburst, which the three lakes has the chance to create. It is the catastrophic flood that occurs when the dam containing a glacial lake fails because of the increase in the water in the lake, and it is caused by it could be caused because of the rapid melting of glaciers or increase in the downpour of the particular region in which the lake has been present, and or the inflow of any meltwater from the surrounding region. These are all the reasons why the glacial lake outburst will happen in a particular place. What we needed to study further is we should know about the climate change, and also we should know about the Himalayan geography. As I have said, நான் வந்து பல தடவை சொல்லியிருக்கேன், Himalayan geography is not only about the land. It means the soil, flora, fauna, any other national reserves, wildlife sanctuary, the tribal people, those who are present, and the most important rivers, passes, and the economic activity which the tribal people are doing. These are all the things which we needed to know if we are looking into a geography of a particular place. In the case, if it is Himalayan geography, means in the Himalayan region we should look into all the elements which I have said now. Third is we should know about the glacier map in the Himalayan region. Go and take the Oxford Atlas map and have a look at the glacier maps of Himalayan region. The map, the Oxford Atlas map will be clearly given the glacier map of India, particularly in the Himalayan region. Stapled visa. Recently, India has withdrawn its 8 athletes those who are going to participate in Wushu Contingent World University Game that began in Chengdu in China. Why the India has withdrawn its 8 athletes is China issued stapled visas. So that is the reason why India withdrawn its athletes from participating. What is stapled visa is? A stapled visa is an unstamped piece that is attached by a pin to the passport on the pages of the passport. So while a particular person from Arunachal Pradesh or Jammu Kashmir is entering the China, means the China will be issuing visa in the form of paper, and the paper will be pinned to the passport. And after doing our work, while we are returning from China, during the exit of China, the Chinese authority will take the stapled paper that is pinned in the passport. So in the passport there won't be any evidence that we have gone to China and come back from the China. This is the kind of policy which is the China follows for the Arunachal Pradesh people as well as for the Jammu Kashmir people. Why they are following this policy only for these two regions, we will see in the next slide. So right now this is what the stapled visa is about. There is different forms of regular visa. That could be, they will be stamping in the passport, or particular document will be attached to the passport which will be stamped, and it will act as the evidence that the so and so person has went to so and so country and he has stayed for a particular duration of time and he has returned from the so and so date. This kind of the detail will be present in the passport and the visa that has been attached to the passport, which is stamped by the country which the particular where the particular person has went. China has made it as a practice to issue stapled visa to Indian nationals from Arunachal Pradesh as well as Jammu Kashmir. India has constantly vehemently opposed, because it directly interferes with the sovereignty of India. There is no way that we could compromise in our sovereignty. So India is vehemently opposing this kind of attitude by China. So why the China does this? China disputes legal status of McMogan Line itself. It is the boundary between Tibet as well as British India that was agreed at Simla Convention of 1940, and India's internationally this is what the McMogan Line is about, and China is disputing the McMogan Line because what they are saying is it is not taken the China's overall interest. It has only taken the interest of Tibet only. British during the time of signing has taken the interest of the Tibet only. They have not taken the interest of whole China. So this is why they are vehemently opposing the McMogan Line, and also they are vehemently opposing the internationally accepted the sovereignty of India over Arunachal Pradesh. That is the reason why in all the meeting India is stressing that all countries should follow international order and international rules and regulations. This is one of the reason why India is stressing in every meeting that all the countries should follow international rules and regulations, because China is opposing the internationally accepted sovereignty of India over Arunachal Pradesh. This is one of the reason, and China is creating violating many other internationally acclaimed rules and regulation. So adula idu or reason. China claims nearly 90,000 square kilometer of Arunachal Pradesh as its territory. It calls the areas as Zhangnan in Chinese language, and repeatedly it says, China says this region as the southern Tibet, and it is the part of China only. So this is what the issue, and this is what the detail of the stapled visa is. So what we should needed to study further is we should know about the geography of Arunachal Pradesh as well as Jammu and Kashmir. The second is we should know about, apart from we have seen McMahon line, we should also know about the Radcliffe line. What is the Radcliffe line and which country shares this Radcliffe line? Which country has the border of as well as the which country has the shares the Radcliffe line or has the border of this Radcliffe line? And also about line of control as well as line of actual control. So let's look into the UPSC prelims question which was asked in relation to the news which we have seen today. First is match the following between glacier and river. First is Bandar Punch, Yamuna. Yes, the glacier is the glacier act as origin for Yamuna. Barasingh is related to Chenab only. But in the case of Milam, it is not Mandagani, it is Gauri Ganga, which is present in Kumun Himalayas of Uttarakhand region. Fourth is Siachen. Siachen is Nubra Valley. But in the case of Jammu, it is not Manas, it is Tista River, which is present in West Bengal. So answer is 1, 2 and 4. According to Indian national policy on biofuel, which can be used as raw material for the production of biofuel? Cassava, damaged wheat grains, groundnut seeds, horse gram, rotten potato, sugar beet. We could eliminate groundnut seed because India right now is heavily dependent on the groundnut seeds or the vegetable oil made from those kinds of seeds from the other countries. Since India is very less amount of domestic production in relation to the vegetable oil which is produced from those kind of seeds, India will not diverse the lesser amount of products that has been produced in India to the other production like biofuel. So groundnut seeds could be eliminated. So we could be able to see that option 2, 3 and 4 as the third option. So option 2, 3, option B, C, D as the third statement. So option A only the correct answer. China, okay, let's look into the UPSC mains question. China is using its economic relation as well as positive trade surplus as a tool to develop potential military power status in Asia. In the light of this statement, discuss its impact on India as a neighbor. 15 marks. I want those students, those who are watching the current affairs session online, please do comment answer point for the question which we are seeing right now on the board, so that exchange of viewpoints could take place and we all could able to benefit from each other viewpoints and we could be able to grow as a whole. So please do comment answer point for the question which you are seeing right now on the board. So thank you. Please do comment, subscribe, like and hit the bell icon so that you could able to get the notification related to daily current affairs session as well as any other important current affair as well as important issue related videos being brought to you by, which will be brought to you in the future by Ganesh IAS Academy.